What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you guys. Vinyl this time, and I have a nice new stack of black and death metal to talk to you about here today. But first, what we're listening to in the background. Arismenda, Despair's Depths Descended. Yeah. One of the greatest bands out of the Black Twilight Circle for sure. But yeah, before I get into this update, I gotta give a little bit of credit and props to some folks real quick. Big shout out and thank you to Bradley from Banger TV for giving me a shout out during their recent Q&A video session. I've known Bradley for quite a little bit now, and he's probably one of my favorite people as far as Banger TV is concerned. Of course, if you know Banger TV, they specialize in doing album reviews, live streams, just pretty much general stuff from within extreme metal, whether it be underground, commercial, or something pretty popular. They're a YouTube channel that specializes in that, and they do a pretty damn good job. But Bradley, he's definitely one of the good ones, and I really appreciate your kind words and your support. And if you've come here from his channel or Banger TV, allow me to be the first to properly welcome you here to this channel. Of course, if you know my channel, extreme metal is what I talk about here. I do album reviews for some of the latest and greatest within extreme metal today. I cover pretty much all the bases, all genres, really nothing is off limits here. I do collection updates, I do live footage, I do concert and show reviews of certain fests I attend. But yeah, just the little 5-cent tour of what goes down here if you're new to this channel. But yeah, let's talk about some records. And these first two records I'm going to start with are of the same band. And this is a band that I've been seeing get talked up a lot lately. And the more I see this band get talked about, the more intrigued I am to know if this band is finally going to put out something new in 2019. Whether it happens or not, we'll see what happens. But until then, let's reminisce about the classics. This is Atheist with Piece of Time. Yeah. This is a Season of Mystery issue from 2013, and this is the debut full-length from Atheist. Of course, if you know Atheist, they are based out of Florida, and they are a very influential and pioneering band when it comes to creating and merging multiple music styles, most notably technical death metal, thrash, progressive metal, jazz influences. Just a very innovative and creative sort of band, and pretty much hearing the early Atheist material makes me appreciate what this band has done so much more. I mean, with the classic lineup of Kelly Schaefer, Roger Patterson, Steve Flynn, Rand Berkey, just some seriously gifted and talented people doing what they know how to do best here. And with this debut album, it served as a very strong welcoming for what Atheist were all about, as far as great bass guitar tones, great guitar riffs, awesome drumming and vocals, listening to the title track on Holy War, Beyond, Life, just some seriously great stuff. And of course, having that classic Scott Burns, Morrisound sort of production going for it made this an altogether memorable record. And Piece of Time still holds up to this very day. So yeah, here's the front cover. Very recognizable album cover art, and of course the classic Atheist logo. Back cover, track listing and credits, classic band photo right here. Comes on a printed inner sleeve. You've got some lyrics on this side, and you've got some more credits, thanks, and band member photos. And the copy that I have is limited to 250 copies, and this comes on an opaque green vinyl. Pretty dark green sort of vinyl color. Dig the center labels, very old school looking. But yeah, this album still holds up very well here. Atheist are still a very important band in the annals of Florida death metal and progressive extreme music. But yeah, Piece of Time is a classic album, and it still holds up perfectly. But things would only get better from there for this band. Once again, this is Atheist with Unquestionable Presence. Yeah, This is released in 1991, and this, of course, is also a Season of Mystery issue. And to me, this is the best Atheist album. This is the best Atheist album in terms of production quality, in terms of vocals, lyrics, musicianship. I mean, once you hear the opening track, Mother Man, you are going to be in for a wild, wild thrill ride. I mean, I think they're on YouTube, there's a track, there's an upload of the song Mother Man where it's just drums and bass. Just so incredible. So incredible from a musical standpoint. I honestly feel this is the superior Atheist record. Listening to Mother Man, the title track, Enthralled in Essence, An Incarnation's Dream. I mean, just an incredible album and very much ahead of its time. And I think, like the previous Atheist album, this one still holds up perfectly almost 30 plus years later. This is a very, very awesome album and one of the greatest of all time in my opinion. So anyway, here's the front cover. Another memorable album cover art, very recognizable. Back cover with track listing and credits. There you see the band member photos. This also comes on a printed inner sleeve. On the side you have the credits and thanks, and of course this album is dedicated to the memory of Roger Patterson, who tragically passed after Piece of Time came out, I believe. Yeah, very, very, very tough loss in the Atheist camp. You got lyrics on this side, and this vinyl copy is limited to 250 copies, and this comes on a transparent, clear, orange vinyl. Yeah. Really good quality on this thing, sounds awesome, and Season of Mist has been knocking it out of the park with this album. After Unquestionable Presence, I know this band had put out a couple of more full lengths. I know they did Elements, and I know they also did Jupiter, which I feel is an extremely underappreciated album, and I think deserves way more love and attention than it got. But hopefully if Atheist put out new material, it'll knock that one out of the park. But yeah, Unquestionable Presence by Atheist, go check this one out. Next up, we got some death metal from a band that really has all but disappeared from the minds of extreme metal fans, and I'm wondering what the hell is going on and if anything is going to ever come back from this band. This is Vasalith with Cryptborn and Tethered to Ruin. Yeah. This was originally released in 2010 through Profound Lore Records, and this is a vinyl reissue put out through 20 Buck Spin. And if you're not familiar with Vasalith, they are a two-piece band primarily based out of Texas and Georgia. If I'm not mistaken, the guy who currently drums in the band, Chemis, was the drummer for this band. And Vasalith put out some seriously sick death metal. Probably one of the sickest death metal debuts to come out in the new millennium. I mean, this is a very, very strong album in terms of great artwork, in terms of vocals, riffs, lyrics. I mean, listening to songs like Wrathful Deities, Curse Seeping Through Flesh, Spirit of Norges Miasmas, and the title track. Just some seriously strong stuff. And yeah. This band has all but disappeared. I mean, the last time we heard something from Vasalith was that All Uproarious Darkness EP from many, many years ago. And that was a great EP, and I seriously wish this band was still active and still continuing. I would love to hear some new Vasalith in the future, but that EP is great, and this album still holds up very well, and I definitely think this is a death metal treasure that a lot of people need to be paying attention to. But yeah, here's the front cover. Love this artwork. This, of course, was done by probably everybody's favorite extreme metal provocateur, Antichrist Kramer. Back cover, more crazy artwork here. You have the Vasalith logo, track listings. Of course, this is 20 Buck Spin. It's one of their earlier releases as far as reissues are concerned. Yeah, you got a lyric sheet with more artwork, band member photos and credits. And I believe this came out in 2013, this reissue did, and came on a standard black vinyl. Very badass center labels here. Really, really love that. But the quality on this reissue is really good. as is anything the 20-buck spin will be putting out. But yeah, Cryptborn and Tethered to Ruin by Vasalith, easily a death metal classic that I think deserves to be paid attention to even more. So yeah, check out Vasalith and Cryptborn and Tethered to Ruin. From the US, we move to Finland now for probably one of the more intriguing bands, black metal projects to come out of that country. This is MOONCITADEL with Moon Calls to Wander, the Winter's Majesty. Yeah. This is released in 2018 through Darker Than Black Records, and MOONCITADEL is a two-piece Finnish black metal project, and really this is a compilation of everything this project has done so far. The Moon Calls to Wander, the Winter's Majesty EP, and the As Night Wind Embraced and the Shadows Caressed demo. Yeah. There really isn't a lot of material as far as MOONCITADEL is concerned, but if you've heard a lot of good things about this project, please believe the hype, because this is some seriously incredible Finnish black metal in terms of riffs, in terms of atmosphere and tension, in terms of vocals and all that other great stuff. I mean, this is just a really awesome compilation, and I definitely think that more people need to be paying attention to it. And yeah, I'm lucky that I found this here in the States, because of course, if you ever have a hard time trying to find it in the States, everybody just tries to buy it up. But I'm glad I was able to get it through a good friend of mine. So yeah, here's the front cover. Love this photography, love this album cover here. Love the MOONCITADEL logo, very badass. Back cover with track listings and credits. Of course, this is a pretty glossy jacket, I must say. And this is the double LP edition. And the first LP comes on a very nice silver, grayish silver vinyl. And I'm not going to bother taking out the second LP because it's black and single-sided. I believe that this got a single LP reissue. I don't know if it happened last year or this year, but a lot of people seem to prefer having it on a single LP, which I don't blame you, because I don't think this needed to be on a double LP. I can totally understand that, but like I said, I got this relatively cheap through a friend, and I'm happy to have it in my collection. But yeah, great Finnish black metal. If you haven't heard MOONCITADEL, I definitely recommend checking out this project and their demo and EP works. So yeah, Moon Calls to Wander, The Winter's Majesty by MOONCITADEL. Go check this one out. Next up, we have some death metal from probably one of the best Texas, Florida death metal creations to ever exist. This is Church of Disgust with Veneration of Filth. Yeah. This was released in 2016 through Memento Mori Records on CD, and this is the vinyl version put out through Sunken Tomb Records and Maggot Stop. But yeah, to refresh your memory about Church of Disgust, they are based out of both Texas and Florida, and they play just this really nasty, in-your-face sort of style of death metal. It's just so grisly, so gross sounding. I really love what Church of Disgust have done throughout the years, and Veneration of Filth is their second full-length album. Go check out my review on that if you want to get acquainted with how I really feel about this record, but just to refresh your memory, this is a great album. It still holds up nicely in terms of it's a much better, much stronger record. Wrath of the 13, Corpses of Dead Worlds, Plague of Punishment, Supine in the Face of Total Death. I mean, such great musicianship and lyrics going forward with this album. It's just so badass to listen to. But yeah, definitely check out Church of Disgust if you like genuine, true to blue death metal. But yeah, here's the front cover. Love this badass artwork. There you see the Church of Disgust logo here. Very, very nice. Back cover with track listing, credits, information, all the band members in question. Comes with a one-sided lyric sheet. And there you see the Church of Disgust logo in the background. Yeah, lyrics and thank yous. I'm in the thank you list. I really, really appreciate that a lot. Thank you to Dustin for making that possible. I really appreciate that. And I think all the copies come on a standard black vinyl. And I like the fact that both labels get shown some love and representation here. Side Maggot Stomp, side Sunken Tomb. Two good on the rise American death metal labels to be paying attention to. So yeah. Veneration of Filth by Church of Disgust. This band is absolutely the real deal, and they are only getting better and stronger from here. And finally, the last record I'm going to show you is something that pretty much every extreme metal fan I know and am friends with has bought a copy of. And once I found out that this was actually coming to life and going to exist, I couldn't just not have an opportunity to pre-order a copy. I'm glad I pre-ordered a copy, and it's just surreal to hold it in my hands. This is Sorcier de Glace with Snowland, 1998 to 2012. Yeah, I think I got the years right. If I'm wrong, please correct me. But yeah. This was released last year through Celestial Oak Productions, which of course, if you know, is the label run by probably one of my most influential metal YouTubers in Count Blaggerith. That's his label. And for years and years, I had been hearing him talking about having some sort of a partnership or relationship with Sorcier de Glace. And I wanted to see and hear more about how things were going to work out. And of course, he made the announcement that he was going to be releasing the Snowland albums in a very special double LP. And once it was going to come to life, the test presses were approved, everything got taken care of. Here we are here with this release. And of course, if you know Sorcier de Glace, they are a Canadian black metal band. Very, very influential and legendary band. Of course, this band has a very flawless discography, and everything that they've put out is very special. But this Snowland stuff is just really awesome. The original Snowland album is very raw, cold, primal, and primitive black metal. The 2012 re-edition is equally as good. It's definitely a lot more straightforward and to the heart. I really appreciate what that new version of Snowland is all about. But both Snowland albums are incredible, and I'm very happy that this finally came to life and was able to be made possible. So yeah, here's the front cover, uncoated stock here, very badass album cover art. There you see the back cover, similar track listings. Cold, primitive metal. Nothing wrong with that. Celestial Oak Productions. Comes on a gatefold, and you have lyrics for all the songs in question here. Now, I got the Die Hard edition of this, which came with a boatload of goodies. Came with this fold-out poster. There you see, called Primitive Metal. Came with a sticker, woven patch, and probably the big kicker out of all this thing. I'm probably not going to be able to fit this all on one big camera shot here, but yeah, this thing is fucking huge. This should be a blanket for all I really care. But yeah, this gigantic, massive fucking flag. This could be like an apron or something, because it's that fucking huge. But yeah, 6x4 foot flag. Sean, you're a fucking madman for making the flag this fucking big. I haven't hung it up yet, obviously, but I know specifically where I'm going to be hanging it. But yeah, comes with 2 printed inner sleeves. As you can see, this one right here is the Snowland from 1998. Really dig how this printed inner sleeve looks. And there you see the Sorcier de Glace Snowland 2012. And this is a vinyl. This vinyl is limited to 500 copies, and the Die Hard edition comes on this very nice, heavyweight, white clearish sort of merge. I mean, if you hold it up to a light, it probably looks a lot better, but the merge color is very, very nice. The quality on this thing is absolutely stunning, and I definitely think that the vinyl pressing plant did an amazing job making this color possible and make it look as awesome as it does. But yeah, I'm super happy to have this. I'm super proud of Sean and Celestial Oak for making this possible. And yeah, this is definitely one of the coolest vinyl things I've ever gotten from Sean, and I can't wait to see what else he comes up with as far as Celestial Oak Productions is concerned. But yeah, Source Shade of Gloss, Snowland, 1998 to 2012. Go pick up a copy if you haven't. It's definitely amazing. And yeah, with that being said, I'm going to conclude this video. I'm going to leave you some links to some of the bands I talked to you about here in this video. If you happen to have heard or own any of these releases, definitely let me know what you think about it and how you feel about it, and we can go from there. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. Until the next time, Armijo out.